Hi guys, this is Sai Kumar Kurtivada. In this video, we will learn about Next.js intercepted routes. So what are these intercepted routes and how they exactly used in our Next.js? So let me quickly jump into another slide. So here we'll learn about how intercepting routes will work. For example, this you have a login modal and whenever you are clicking on a button, a modal will open. For example, you have a login button. Once the user clicks on that login button, a modal pop-up will open. For example, if I want to share that modal as a route, how I can do that? That can be achieved by using intercepting routes. Whenever you have an intercepting route, it will be opening there itself as a layer. Whereas if you share that particular link, that will be acting like a particular page. So how this works, let's see that. Let me quickly jump into Visual Studio Code. Here, the thing is I have a page.js where you have this page, home page, and I have something called as layout.js. What I'll do is inside this layout.js, I'll add one link. So that link will help us to navigate from one page to another page. So let me use something called as a link. And this link I'm getting it from next link. And here what I'll do is I'll give the link name as login and href, which is pointing to slash login. So we have to give the login URL. As of now, we don't have any login folder. So what I'll do is I'll create a new folder called as login, and inside this I'll create something called as page.js. So this one will help us to navigate a particular route to this particular page.js. So let me export default, and the default name is login, and this is a function. So let me export this default as a function, and this one let me return some HTML content. Let me give h1 as login page and save this, and also save this. Now this one I'll go here and I'll click on this login, so it navigates to the login page. It's absolutely fine. For example, when I click on this login page, I need a modal pop-up, and whenever I reload this page, what happens? Let's see that way. So what I will do is I'll create an intercepted route. So how to create an intercepted route? For example, if you create a folder with the current path and I want to create a login. So in general, you will give parenthesis, and in between that parenthesis, you will be giving the dot symbol and followed by the same route whatever you want to use. For example, in this case, I want to use the route as login. So inside this, I want to create something called as page.js. And what I'll do is I'll just copy the code from login, copy this and put it over here. This one, what I'll do is I'll make it as intercepted login, and this is something called as login page intercepted. You can give any of the content just to understand. Now whenever you click a particular link with that particular URL, then the UI will be opening with that intercepted route. For example, this is my actual page. Let me zoom bit and let me click on this. Now you saw that login page. What happening is whenever we are clicking on this login, it should open our login page, and you can see there is a login page over here. Let me go here and give localhost 3000. Let me click on login. So now you got a page called as login page intercepted, and this intercepted route is called whenever you are hitting a URL called as login. But for example, if I want to share this URL to someone, and whenever he hits this URL, then he will be getting the actual login page whatever we have from this folder. So this intercepted route will work only during the flow of your application. That means whenever you are working on that application and whenever you click something, then it will be working. Once you reload the application, it always picks up the actual route, not the intercepted route. Let me show you with some example. So what I'll do is I'll make this intercepted route with a div, and I'll make some styles. I already created some styles over here. So this will give you entire details about that particular style. So we have something called as modal content, modal footer, and modal header. So what I'll do is I'll just create something called as div, and let me add a class name, and the class name is modal header. I can use directly because it is in the global CSS, and this is my modal header. So let me make it as h1 header and save this. Now let me copy the same thing and let me put it as body, and now I have something called as body. So let me copy the same thing and we have something called as footer, that is modal footer, which will pick up this particular CSS content. So this is the modal content. You can copy this modal content whenever you are using the body. So let me copy and paste here. So now you have the modal content, modal header and modal footer. So let me go here and refresh this. Let me go into the 3000 and I'm in the home page. Well, let me click on this. Now you can see the body, header and whole content is coming from the modal. So whenever you are using this modal content, let me put this class name at the top level. Cut this and put it over here. Let me use a class name with modal body and save this. Now you can see header, body and the body content over here. So let me make it as footer and save this. Now we got a modal on top of this. But for example, if I share this URL or if you reload the application, what happens? Let's see. Let me refresh. Now you can see the login page, actual login page. So whenever you are working with your application, then only intercepted route will be picked up. Otherwise, your normal route will be picked up. Let me hit this. It is not coming because already I'm on login page. Let me go back to 3000 and hit this. This is an intercepted route. Whenever I refresh this, it is an original login page. So that's how your intercepted will work. That's how your intercepted route will be working. For example, if you are using another folder, let me do one thing. What I'll do is I'll create one more folder, something like I'll give post routes. This is a skipped routes, so I don't want to use that on the URL, and I'll move this into post routes. So now let me save this. What happens if I go back to the 3000 port number and hit this? You got that modal again. Why? Because this is nothing but a unwanted route. That means it will not pick it up as a route. So that's how Next.js provided as the intercepted routes. Hope this gave you a brief understanding of how intercepted route works. Hope you like my explanation. If you like my video, like, share, subscribe to my channel for more updates. Signing off. Thank you.